In our exploration of life's myriad challenges, it's not uncommon to feel as if the universe itself is putting us to the test. Have you ever considered that these moments of hardship could be more than mere coincidences? What if they are, indeed, trials orchestrated to foster our growth and understanding? Understanding the concept of universal testing. Imagine life as a series of lessons, where each challenge we face is a meticulously crafted lesson plan from the universe. These tests are not punishments. Rather, they are opportunities for profound personal development and spiritual growth. Each hardship, setback, or obstacle carries with it a lesson to learn, a skill to develop, or a hidden strength to uncover. When we encounter a difficult period in our lives, it's easy to feel victimized or overwhelmed. However, shifting our perspective to view these challenges as tests or trials can be transformative. This perspective encourages us to look deeper into the nature of our struggles, asking, "What can I learn from this experience?" rather than, "Why is this happening to me?" For example, consider a scenario where you face repeated failures in your career or personal projects. Instead of viewing these failures as blockades, viewing them as stepping stones or lessons can change how you approach them. Each failure teaches resilience, adaptability, and perhaps highlights areas needing improvement or change in strategy. Moreover, embracing the idea of being tested by the universe involves recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. Your journey is not isolated. It impacts and is impacted by the myriad elements of the cosmos. This interconnectedness means that your responses to these tests can lead to ripple effects that extend far beyond your immediate environment. In practical terms, when faced with a challenge, it's helpful to take a step back and assess the situation calmly. Identify what the situation is trying to teach or what skills it demands you develop. Approach the problem with curiosity and openness to learning rather than frustration or despair. Let's consider the emotional component here. Challenges often trigger strong emotions. These emotional responses can be insightful. They highlight what we value, fear, or deeply care about. By examining our emotions, we can gain insights into our deepest values and perhaps areas of our lives that are out of alignment with these values. Now, think about the last time you faced a difficult challenge. How did you feel? What did those feelings reveal about your values, fears, or desires? How did your response to the challenge affect the outcome? The role of resilience in navigating universal tests. As we delve deeper into the idea of being tested by the universe, we must discuss the critical role of resilience. Resilience is not merely about bouncing back from setbacks, it's about growing through them. When the universe tests us, it often does so not just to challenge our strength, but to enhance our capability to endure and evolve. Resilience is developed through a series of responses to challenges. Each time we encounter a hurdle and engage with it constructively, we weave a stronger psychological and spiritual fabric. This fabric doesn't just repair after tearing, it becomes thicker, more durable. It's akin to the process of muscles tearing slightly during strenuous exercise, only to heal and grow stronger. Consider the process of learning to meditate. At first, the mind wanders constantly, and each moment of distraction might feel like a failure. However, the true test is not in achieving a quiet mind immediately, but in the persistence to return to focus, again and again. Each return strengthens the mental muscles of focus and calm. Over time, what once seemed an insurmountable challenge becomes a source of strength and peace. In practical terms, building resilience involves several steps. Acceptance. This is the recognition of the situation as it is. It is about acknowledging the reality without overlaying it with interpretations or emotional reactions that might skew your perception. Analysis. Once acceptance is in place, analyze the situation. What are the components of this challenge? What can be changed and what must be endured? Action. Armed with understanding and acceptance, you can take informed actions, steps that are more likely to lead to growth and resolution rather than exacerbation of the problem. Moreover, resilience is deeply connected to the concept of hope. Hope is not a passive wish for things to get better. It is an active engagement in the belief that there are solutions and that one has the power to influence outcomes. This hope is what fuels resilience, turning challenges into stepping stones. Now, imagine you are going through a particularly tough phase in life. How can you apply resilience in this situation? What are the aspects of the challenge that you need to accept, analyze, and then act upon? Think about the difference between short-term relief and long-term resilience. Often, our immediate reactions are aimed at alleviating discomfort quickly. However, resilience is about looking beyond the immediate to understand and address the root causes of our challenges. The wisdom of detachment in universal testing. As we continue to explore the spiritual journey of being tested by the universe, it becomes essential to discuss the concept of detachment. Detachment does not mean a lack of interest or care. Instead, it represents a profound engagement with life that is free from the clinging caused by attachment to specific outcomes. When faced with life's tests, our natural inclination may be to cling tightly to our desired outcomes. We often think, "I will only be happy if things go exactly as I have planned." This attachment can lead to immense suffering because it is not always possible to control every aspect of life. Detachment, on the other hand, allows us to remain fully involved in our efforts while letting go of our fixation on the results. Practicing detachment involves understanding that while we can influence our destiny through actions, thoughts, and intentions, we cannot control every element. This realization fosters a sense of peace and acceptance, allowing us to experience life more fully, without the constant anxiety over outcomes. Imagine you are working on a project that is deeply important to you. You invest your time, energy, and passion into it. Detachment in this context means you give your best effort while understanding that the final outcome might be influenced by factors beyond your control. This approach not only reduces stress, but also opens your mind to accept and adapt to outcomes you might not have anticipated. In practical terms, practicing detachment can be facilitated by focusing on the process rather than the outcome. Enjoy and find meaning in the doing, not just the achieving. Reflecting on past experiences where outcomes were unexpected, yet led to significant personal growth or opened new doors you had not previously considered. Cultivating mindfulness and present moment awareness, which help reduce the tendency to dwell excessively on future fears or desires. Moreover, detachment is closely linked to trust. Trust in the journey, trust in the universe, and trust in oneself. This trust reassures us that, regardless of the specific outcomes, the path we are on is the right one for us at this moment. It allows us to view each challenge not as a potential disaster, but as an opportunity to learn and to trust even more deeply. Now, consider a situation in your life where you feel overly attached to a specific outcome. How does this attachment affect your emotional and mental well-being? What might change if you shift your focus from controlling the outcome to experiencing the journey with openness and trust? Cultivating inner peace through universal challenges. In our final exploration of being tested by the universe, let's reflect on how these challenges can be a profound source of inner peace. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, tests and trials are often sources of stress and turmoil. However, when approached with the right mindset, they can also be incredible catalysts for achieving a deeper, more enduring peace. Inner peace arises from a wellspring of understanding and acceptance, understanding of the nature of life as fluctuating and impermanent, and acceptance of ourselves as participants in this dynamic flow. Each test we endure teaches us more about our strengths, our vulnerabilities, and our capacity to adapt. This knowledge, in turn, fosters a calm acceptance of life's ebbs and flows. When we face challenges, it's easy to get caught up in the immediate pain or frustration they cause. However, by stepping back and viewing these challenges as necessary for our growth, we can transform our experience of them. Instead of seeing a setback as a block in our path, we can see it as a step on the path, leading us to greater wisdom and inner peace. Cultivating inner peace through challenges involves several key practices. Mindfulness. This is the practice of being present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By being mindful, we can observe our reactions to challenges and choose responses that align with our desire for peace. Gratitude. Even in tough times, there are always elements of our lives for which we can be grateful. Focusing on these can shift our perspective from one of scarcity and loss to one of abundance and opportunity. Compassion. Often, our harshest judgments are turned inward. Learning to treat ourselves with the same compassion we would extend to a friend in distress can significantly alter our internal response to challenges. Moreover, achieving inner peace doesn't mean that we no longer face difficulties. Rather, it means that we navigate them with a different mindset. We understand that each challenge is transient and that our responses to them define their impact on our lives. This acceptance allows us to remain calm and centered, even in the storm. Consider the most peaceful individuals you know. Often they are not people whose lives are free from difficulty. Instead, they are those who have learned to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. They exemplify how a peaceful heart is not one that avoids challenges, but one that embraces them as integral elements of the human experience. Now, reflect on how you can apply these practices in your current challenges. How can mindfulness, gratitude, and compassion change your experience? How might viewing these difficulties as opportunities for cultivating peace change your approach to them? By embracing the tests the universe presents to us, not only can we grow in resilience, detachment, and wisdom, but we can also find a profound and lasting peace within ourselves. This peace, once cultivated, radiates outward, influencing all aspects of our lives and the lives of those around us.